It's showtime.
BSnBEER Media, in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network.
Introducing the best in the world! Ooh, yeah!
What's up, everybody? I am your host, Dale. Welcome into the show, Best in the World, hashtag BITW. With me today, my guy Trail from Sports for You. What's up, man?
What's going on, brother? How we doing today? How we doing?
Man, I'm doing good, enjoying the wrestling. Enjoying life, bro, except for being broke by fixing my car up. So
hey man, it could be worse. So as long as it's just the car, you A-okay.
yes, that's it, man. All right, also with me today, my guy Jay. What's up, Jay? I heard from you in a minute, bro.
Man, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
Oh,
what's going on, Jay?
Man. Oh,
man, it's been a little ride, I want to be here. If I could be here, I'm gonna be here. I love talking wrestling. Just had a lot of things going on. We just recently moved into a new house in Slaughter Hill, and thank you.
Yeah, man, good stuff. So, all right, Jay is our fantasy booker here. He will spoil like the next WrestleMania for you. Guaranteed, okay? Like
in a heartbeat.
All right, I'm into long-term booking, so let's see. I'm interested to see what you got.
okay, just throw it out there. I got you.
Yeah.
He knows everything that's gonna happen, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. So, all right, man. Let's talk some AEW news and rumors. I'm hearing that the Lucha Bros are out of AEW, their contract expiring, and they are WWE bound. Do you believe the rumors at all? Jay, you ever heard this?
The Lucha Brothers, they're definitely out of AEW. I mean, they went missing for a long period of time, off of TV. So it's just expected. Everybody's seeing what WWE is putting out. And I don't know if y'all watched them at TNA, but I love me some Ray Phoenix Jr.
Yeah.
I love it. So they're also talking about they want to skip the NXT. They want to go straight to the main roster.
Yeah. I mean, look, they are vets. So I don't in the age, I don't think I'm pretty sure Penta is like in his mid-40s or something.
Yeah. I agree.
So yeah, I would want to go to NXT either. Well, he's 40, 39 actually. So yeah, but I remember him back at Lucha Underground. That's why I got into my Penta. So
right, and the way he performs, man, it's about time he went to WWE. Like both of them. Like I thought they was gonna jump ship to WWE when they left TNA.
Right. Yeah.
Because that was, around that time, you had all the tag teams. WWE was the tag team company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Terrell, you believe this will happen, and if it does, can it work?
I do. I believed it, and shout out to Penta for doing the usual WWE PR by saying don't believe the rumors and whatnot speech, because he's been denouncing or not trying to tell people don't believe what you read, but we all know what's going down. I believe now is the time, because the Lucha Brothers, they're the type of tag team that goes like balls to the walls, like over the top rope, all crazy stuff. And the main roster of WWE, they don't really, they more, I guess, I don't want to see watered down, but they tone it down a little bit.
Okay.
So, and some of these guys that go to AEW, they see, well, I can do whatever I can, put on a good show and blah, 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 without any limitations. Now's the time they're getting older. Ray Finks has had multiple injuries within the past 2 years. So sending them there to the main rosters that NXT would be a good move. And I don't know how y'all feel about this, but with this whole, Jay had mentioned TNA, with this whole WWE TNA partnership, I can see them, they should easily throw people off by having them appear in TNA thinking they're a full-time TNA, superstar, and then out of nowhere pull a Dave Chappelle and be like, "Gotcha, bitch," and they show up in WWE, and everybody's like, "What the hell is going on?" You know what I'm saying? Like that would be a good swerve throwing people off. They send them to like TNA, but I can see them going to the main roster. I just hope they don't try to put them with Legado or the LWO because that's so like generic and pretty stereotypical. Like just let these guys, show out.
Yeah.
And see, that was my biggest fear with them. You don't put them with the LWO or even Rey Mysterio. If the LWO breaks up, because I see that coming soon. Because none of them guys are really healthy, like talking about it.
Right.
But that'd be a perfect way to put Andrade with the Lucha Bros and start a real like Mexican war, if I must say.
Yeah.
Because SmackDown is missing that dominant tag team. Like, I get it. You have DIY, you have Down Under, the Profits. These guys will work well with the Profits. They'll work well with DIY. They'll work well with the Bloodline.
Yeah. And if they bring the Usos back, you have that.
Right. Well, I don't think we're getting the Usos back, but I'll say that too when we talk about WWE.
Right.
All right.
Well, no time soon. I'm gonna say that.
Right. I'm just saying before their career is up, that's gonna be one of those money making, give me my money tag team matches right there.
Mm-hmm.
Take my money.
Welcome in my friend Keith here to the show. What's going on, Keith?
Hey, Dale. Just enjoying a day off work today and tomorrow. Nice long weekend. Happy to join you guys. Talk about some wrestling.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right, we got one more AEW topic here to discuss. Swerve had a face turn here. Hey, he beat up Wheeler Yuta like after the match and everything, got disqualified. And then he brought up Bryan Danielson's wife and kid in a promo. Like, this is the bad stuff that he did when he was beefing with Hangman and stuff. But so he's embracing that heel turn. Going to Wembley is what I'm getting from this. You agree, Trell?
To be honest, I'm confused because I'm sitting there, I'm watching this and I'm like, wait, ain't he supposed to be a face? Like he just came off not too long ago a program with Christian Cage and his family and his people. So I'm like, okay, he's doing the face run. And then the whole Daniel Bryan situation comes up. I'm confused. I'm like, I don't know who's face, who's heel, who's blurring the line. So I'm like, even if Swerve was walking around with a little attitude, I'm like, he's doing way too much heelish stuff for me.
But Bryan Danielson is going to be the de facto babyface because this is possibly his last match.
Right, but you can still have that competitive, cheap shot here and there type of thing. I mean, you ain't gotta go after the man's family and say you're gonna cripple him or something like that. You know what I mean? Like they were saying, that's the locker room code they just broke.
remember Stone Cold, right?
Yeah.
Stone Cold got famous because, I beat up my boss. All right. I beat up authority figures. So
Right.
Well, I do you one. I do you one better.
Same thing. That's what he does.
Right. I do you one.
But you didn't see Stone Cold literally, try to run down his family when their family were actually like innocent at the time, or they're like the babyface family and it's just Vince. You don't see him going around getting Stephanie, like talking about he's gonna do it to Stephanie or take out Shane or Linda. You know what I'm saying? Like if they got involved, he makes sure they got receipts. But
true.
They stay out of it. He minds his business.
But what about that Evolution run with Triple H? Triple H and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Going to the house, putting the family in it. I kind of like, Dale told me give AEW a chance. I actually sat down and watched a full program of AEW this week. And, I'm kind of interested now. It's getting more interesting. In that move with Swerve, I get what they're trying to do. People don't like him. You know what I'm saying? For the locker room, and you might have some fans out there. But the people that do, it kind of reminds me of Hunter Hearst Helmsley. This is going to solidify his career.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. I said as long as he's got the title going into Wembley, we're all good. In my opinion. So
I mean, I'm loving his run. He's having a good run.
Yeah.
Speaking of, y'all heard that song with him and Bun B?
Oh, the remix? Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
I saw the video.
Yeah.
Fire.
So he's doing some of the best work of his career right now. Yeah. And I'm okay with him dropping the title at Wembley. Because I have no doubt that he's still going to be in championship contention. He might battle for the belt maybe 2-3 more times, and then he's going to go get the. Well, I'm confused with this. Is it called the American title, or is it called the international title? Because I heard Pop say something about international. Like, I'm confused.
It's initially called the international, but when MJF won it, he does kind of like what Jericho did with the FTW. He took it and he renamed it his own way. So I'm hoping that it's just MJF, shitting on the title by calling it the American Championship because, he's American, could give a rat's ass about international people or anything like that. So I'm hoping eventually if he does lose it, it goes back to that name, but because it don't have a good ring to me at all. So I'm giving it a pass because it's MJF.
But the belt looks beautiful, though.
Oh, yeah.
It looks hella beautiful. It looks better than the original international title.
It does. Hopefully it's just his own custom championship like The Rock or Stone Cold when they had their own little custom championship. So hopefully whenever he loses it, it goes back to the actual name.
Sorry about that. There's some problems there. So let's get to some WWE talk where I'm seeing Bobby Lashley is actually negotiating a match in Las Vegas. It's going to be a boxing match. This is what I'm seeing. So exactly. He left to do MMA at one point, Jay. Now he's doing boxing.
Well, I've seen the same rumors. Well, it ain't rumors. It's definitely he's trying to get that in action. And I think that's a good move for him. He's kind of on the older side. So MMA, you don't want to go out there and basically get your ass beat in MMA because, these guys are younger, faster, and just on a different level. So I'm interested to see it. I think he's going to move in the lines of like how these retired NFL players are doing and go straight into the boxing. But to add on what you said, there's also rumors going around that the Hurt Business is going to make a return to AEW.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I heard that too. Yep.
Okay.
I'm looking for it. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like to see it.
I'm looking forward to Bobby's next chapter because he did MMA. He was very successful in MMA. His win-loss record is pretty good. So if he wants to do boxing, I mean, he's marking up that checklist before he makes his final wrestling run in his career. So I'm all for it. I can't wait to see it.
I'd really like to see him fight Jake Paul.
Oh man,
beating up that little boy.
I feel you, but Jake Paul, he's proven that he do got boxing skills. He does take that crap very seriously.
That's true.
Yeah, I wasn't a believer at first, but I'm a believer now. He definitely is taking his boxing thing serious, and he has some skills.
Yeah. Yeah, it would sell tickets. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Logan's proven himself in WWE ring. The complaint that I've heard about him is that he gets 3 months to prepare for every match that he has, compared to everybody else on the roster who's wrestling 2-3 times a week. Of course, he's going to have a chance to look great if he's only in the ring 4 times a year with a match. He's had plenty of time to prep for it. But certainly a gifted athlete. I won't take that away from him.
I thought Bobby earned it.
Yeah, it's still impressive what he's doing because as a part-time guy.
Yeah.
Bobby earned it. He put in a long stellar career all over TNA, WWE. Yes. He followed Brock Lesnar's route, and now he's big time. So he deserved it.
Hold up.
I wasn't talking about.
He followed Brock Lesnar route. He followed. Brock Lesnar followed his route.
Right.
No,
because he went to MMA first.
Brock went to MMA before Lashley did.
Did he?
Yeah. He's openly said it. He's been chasing Brock Lesnar for I don't know how many years. Brock went to MMA. He went to MMA. Brock came back to WWE. Lashley came back to WWE. He's been chasing Brock.
Okay.
And I wasn't talking about Lashley. I wasn't talking about Lashley as a part-timer. I was talking about Logan Paul.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, good performer.
I understand.
Do it a few times a year. Yeah. Now, Bobby Lashley absolutely earned anything he's gotten or will.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised at the news of him leaving WWE. I thought that's where he was going to retire.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, apparently.
But I understand why, though.
Yeah, he just didn't see eye to eye with Triple H. Is what I'm guessing, just by what Bobby Lashley's saying in the press.
Yeah, because Triple H is he's building for the future, so he's always putting over, the younger talent. Where Vince always had his top guys first, and then maybe the younger talent if he likes them. Triple H has that long-term, building for the future. Let's get these, young guys a chance. And Bobby sees it, so I understand, his frustrations. Like, I'm still good. I'm still in my prime. I can still go. But, he's focusing on, A-Town Down Under, LA Knight, all these other, younger kids that's younger than him. So I understand that, he has to do what he got to do.
Yeah.
If when you're drawing in a certain amount of money, then you get that pass like CM Punk. CM Punk he still gets still gets top billing, but I guess Bobby's not drawing in the same kind of money, or maybe his contract just isn't demanding. I
wouldn't say that because I believe Bobby was very highly paid. And he every fraction they put him in stable or whatever you want to call it, put him in, it's been highly successful because of Bobby Lashley. Yeah, so, even when they was trying to, the booking was horrible. Like the Pride, we didn't see nothing dealing with the Pride except for that one match, that 1 month they had with the Final Testament. And that was watered down.
Yeah.
That's where Bobby got injured too during that time.
Yeah, Bobby got injured.
So, it is what it is, man. In that business, either you're hot or you're not.
Right.
That's terrible, man.
Yeah. But yeah, the Pride, they wasn't deep throwing in the bloodline anytime soon. The bloodline was having their own business. So it's like they were a good team stuck at the wrong spot.
Yep.
So I'm seeing this story that Matt Riddle had real life beef with Roman Reigns, and they kept them separate.
Really?
Like they're going to be on the bump the same day, and they made sure not to have them in the same room at the same time. For this very reason. But the beef sounds really stupid and childish. It's
Well, that's Matt Riddle for you.
right.
What is the
exactly.
beef though?
They're saying that Matt Riddle said that he could beat up Roman Reigns like in real life or something like that. And
He did say that. He did say that.
I'll believe it, but he's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I mean, Goldberg, Orton, he rubbed Orton the wrong way the first time around when they first. So he rubbed that locker room the wrong way since day one.
no. What's up, Jonathan? They were saying pretty much that Randy Orton was like the shield for him. For Matt Riddle. Like, I had no idea about this. Like, Matt Riddle's like a horrible person to
Yeah.
I mean, you think about the heat. You think about the heat he had with Seth, the real heat he had with Seth Rollins. You know,
right.
I mean, Matt Riddle just he's an asshole in real life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I read an article. They were talking about how anybody who's ever spent any time with Matt Riddle has absolutely nothing good to say about it.
that's going from MMA.
Yeah. Dana White got him out of there real quick.
Fired this bad.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Dana White pushed that issue, because I was seeing rumors around that time Dana White did not want to deal with Matt Riddle in the TKO era.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that makes
that's
sense.
why I thought he got fired.
Me too.
Just the drugs.
Because of the TKO stuff. But apparently it wasn't the TKO stuff. It was just him as
Coke.
a person.
It was Coke. That he I saw an interview that he gave that was the reason pretty much why he got fired, was he kept failing the drug test because he was on Coke. He kept taking Coke. And they gave him like 3 chances to try to sweep it under the rug, and he just can't stay away from the snow.
And so I'm guessing that's why AEW never touched him. Because he had plenty enough time to join AEW.
Oh yeah. It's just he's pretty much, if he's not careful, he's gonna be another Del Rio, and just like no one will ever want to see you anywhere.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, absolute toxic.
And look what happened to him. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wrestling in the gym now.
Yeah, man. All right, what do you guys think about Odyssey Jones with the New Day? This, are you familiar with him at all, Keith? Odyssey Jones?
I'm not.
Okay. All right. So
What was his first name again, Dale?
Odyssey
No,
Jones?
not familiar with him.
Yeah. So really big guy.
Okay.
Really big guy.
Super athletic though. Like he's not able to do things that he's doing. So I guess to me his character in NXT was just, I don't know, happy-go-lucky, really pumped up, energetic guy. That's really all I got.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, Jay.
No, I was about to say,
2.0 era.
Actually, he was at the beginning of the 2.0 era. And when I seen him in NXT, I was just like, this is a New Day type of guy. Like, just being honest with you, he is definitely a New Day type of guy. Happy go lucky, love to have fun in the ring. You know, big as hell. And New Day member, he's a big meaty man.
Yeah.
Like he's Rey Mysterio. Matter of fact, Rey Mysterio is a zero.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, he got called up to the main roster 2 years ago in the draft. How he got lost in the cuts.
Yes.
Huh? You got to redraft it again.
Mm-hmm. So this is a conservative effort to use some young talent, and I do applaud Triple H. I've been seeing a lot more new faces on TV lately. So they are making an effort to use their young talent for sure. Just like we're seeing Blair Davenport kind of joining up with the Ella Fire and
the Unholy Union.
Yeah.
So,
that's a good fit. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a real good fit. Yeah.
And then they also wrestled over there NXT UK together. So
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they all know each other for sure. So that's finally, I guess, paying dividends on the main roster, not NXT UK, right?
Yeah. In the long run, it did.
Yeah, it did. And that's to be honest with you, that's all you're seeing right now is NXT UK.
Yeah, it's
from Dragunov, Gunther, Blair Davenport, Tyler Bate. Like, that's all you seen is even the Bruiserweight.
So they've got they're on commentary too. So with Brogan Barrett.
I mean, he's from the Ruthless era, from my era. So, but yeah. I miss that guy, man.
So
me too.
What do y'all think about like the wrestling styles like now with like Pete Dunne? It's a lot of hand stuff. Don't get me wrong, like it can legit hurt, but when you got your other hand free,
So are you talking about joint manipulation or just bop and boom type of? Okay, well, I mean,
joint manipulation, yes.
I mean, Shayna Baszler and other technical wrestlers have been doing
absolutely
like watered down versions of that for years. And it makes it. I'm gonna be real with you. Every time I see Shayna Baszler or even the Bruiserweight grab somebody hand palm to palm and twist it, it still makes me cringe every single time. It's really believable.
Yeah. I'd be grabbing my own fingers. I'm like, damn, that hurt. I know that shit hurt.
Right.
Like, man. But you see a whole lot more of that in the Triple H era, so I can appreciate, they're letting them do more of the wrestling and strong style of wrestling for some of these people. So
yes, kind of like bringing that New Japan to the WWE.
Yeah. I mean, they hitting hard now. So I'm like, okay, the New Japan, that British strong style, the Japanese strong style, like all that stuff. They're letting them go a little bit more, and I like that. I didn't like that watered down, make these people wrestle.
Right, and I always thought like, I know these wrestlers sit down and they practice, or they so comfortable with each other they know what the other one is gonna do, or they talk about the movesets they're gonna do. I've always like, just let them go. I could take this. I forgot who it was, but it was back in the Ruthless Aggression era. Somebody was like, man, hit me hard. Make me believe it.
Right.
And that's what wrestling is.
I don't remember what that is.
It sounds like something.
I can't think about who it was.
I want to say Benoit, but I could be wrong.
I think it was Benoit.
Benoit or Bret Hart.
The Ruthless Aggression era, that had to have been Bret.
I don't think it was.
Or
I don't think it was
maybe.
Bret. I don't think it was Brett, but because Brett, you know, the rumors was going around that Brett didn't want you to hit him. He didn't want you to hit him for real. You hit him for real, you want to fight.
Technical finesse. Yeah.
William Regal will say, I hit very hard in safe places.
Yeah.
And that's what I think it was. I think it was Regal. I think it was Regal.
Yeah.
But that wasn't ruthless aggression.
That makes sense.
It was a little bit before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're doing now. They're I mean, there's a few that, you know, it's like, come on, you're not really hitting them. But then there's some that's like, God damn, but when you look closer, oh, yeah, they're fine.
Right. Hey, them chops by Gunther? Oh, my gosh. Oh.
That's what I'm talking about next is Randy Orton and Gunther. So when I saw it, the first thing, you know, that I said to Trell was like, it's like instant grits. Just add water. Like you don't even need a story with this, you know.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Because the story is there. Yeah. Randy Orton trying to get his 15th championship reign?
Yeah.
You know, he's
right. He's missing one to be tied with John Cena, or is it two?
He's missing two.
Oh, he's missing two. Well, still, that one will still put him up there. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. And I know he wants to be somewhere up there with John Cena by the time he's over with.
And he signed a new deal.
Yeah, long-term deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was surprised by his long-term deal part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised. A guy like Randy, he's like we were talking about Bret Hart, he's a technical wrestler. And everything he does in that ring, right. But everything he does in that ring, he does it safely. You could tell by just the way if you not paying attention and you don't know wrestling, you would think, oh, he might have slipped and he's just trying to fix himself. No, he's trying to fix it to where he performed this DDT between the ropes. You know, make sure their head cover, make sure they cover their head, whatever the case might be. And just the only thing that really he just don't care about is when he throw him up on the announce table. he just let motherfucker fly like that.
Hey, y'all remember when he did that to that one of them Indian dudes? Dude bounced so hard off his neck, he was like, God damn.
Yeah. He even had to say.
I ain't mean to do all that, bro.
He was like, oops.
Oh man. So with this matchup, Keith, I mean, it's gonna be in Germany. So we know who's got the home field advantage.
As much time as they spent building Gunther up as the Intercontinental Champion, longest reigning in modern era anyway, I just don't see them making him a transitional champion. Yeah, I see him pulling it from him his first, second defense. A year from now, maybe. I could see him losing the title at Mania, maybe.
Yeah.
At a Rumble. I can see it at the Rumble.
I want to say the majority of the time he's been in the WWE, he's had some kind of title.
Yeah. Longest reigning UK champion. I mean.
Yeah.
Yep.
9% of his career, he's been draped in gold.
Yeah.
You know, next Money in the Bank could be what takes the title off of Gunther too. Have him hold it for a while, then take it off of him without him really making him look weak.
I think that'd be
with Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
You know, kind of do it like a Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That too. Yeah. I can see that.
I feel more comfortable because Gunther, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think there's nothing they can do to damage Gunther right now, even if he loses the title clean. But you still want to be careful with that. Yeah. Because you don't know how the fans are gonna receive it. Because who knows? Odyssey Jones might come out of nowhere. I'm just saying. Odyssey Jones might come where it be a fan favorite. It might be a Kofi Mania type of situation. You know, the fans are unpredictable, and you can see that Triple H goes with the fans now.
Yeah, definitely goes with the fans. I will say SummerSlam pretty much gave you everything that you wanted to see happen. So he wants to be home happy.
Hey, speaking of SummerSlam, wow. I'm gonna let you go ahead. Wow.
Yeah, because the way I see it, they already got his streak over with. So he can afford to take an L at any time. So the streak has been done. He's been IC champ for like 2 years. So Sammy is the guy that dethroned, gave him the end to his winning streak. So he's been built high now to the point where he necessarily doesn't have to have another 2-year reign or try to copy Roman Reigns' reign. He can, like I'm with Jay. He can lose at the Rumble, but more likely, if he's not facing Brock at Mania, I can see him losing at Mania.
Yes.
I've noticed Gunther seems to be getting a lot more fan respect here lately too. I wouldn't be terribly surprised to see him make a babyface turn the next 9 months.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. That was
when you're a dominant heel, that happens. Yeah, when you're a dominant heel, eventually fans are going to love you for, who you are. Like, look at Rhea. She was like a dominant heel, and everybody was like, started getting all up on her and right behind her. Now look at her. She's like the woman now. So it's
Priest too.
Roman Reigns. Too. Yeah, and Damian Priest. Damian Priest, Roman Reigns, all these guys became dominant heels. And now it's like, oh, I can't wait to see what they're going to do if they're, baby face or something, So,
yeah. One of the first team really I can think of start blurring the lines between babyface and heel be the Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Obviously, coming out as heels with Paul Ellering as their manager and just running everybody ragged, beating them half to death on the TV studio ring. Getting these jobbers come in and walk straight for a year. And fans just loved them, even though they were billed as heels.
That's true.
And a lot of that came from the respect that they built up.
Yeah. I mean, look at Orton. Like, that bald-headed Orton was like a menace during that time, and like he can go face, he can go heel, and he can still be heel. But once that music hit, everybody's like, "Oh, snap! Orton's here!" So he's one of those guys that can. LA Knight, he was another one that people started loving him as a heel.
Speaking of Paul Ellering, did y'all notice that he got this X on his forehead now?
Nah.
What?
Like I saw that this, at least I noticed it this week. Maybe this is his first time doing it. I'm not sure. Let me
Is he bringing back the oddities or what?
I guess he's just trying to fit in with his little group here. Y'all didn't
that group needs to get going. That group needs to get going because I'm like, I can see the potential in it, but it's like, man, oh wow.
It was like trying to be Rob Halford.
You're like Uncle Festus, just like without all the weight.
Too.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. I'm like, has he been doing this?
No, I'm just not noticing it when you're telling me. He wasn't doing that last month. I know he's wearing makeup now.
I thought it was weird. But yeah, I guess he's trying to do something to get the group over because I mean, I still think it's stale. Like
it is.
It's not doing anything. It's no impact. I like Karrion Kross as a heel, and of course his wife is smoking hot. It should work. Why isn't it working? Like what do you think is the problem here, Keith? What can they do to fix it?
I don't know. You can. Every time I've watched him, I wanted to fall asleep. He had no charisma whatsoever. to me anyway. Now, granted, I don't follow AEW, haven't, or NXT for that matter. I haven't seen him in a long time. I think the bald-headed gladiator look, whatever that was they're trying to do with him, really damaged his credibility. It just looked awful to me.
Yeah, because when he was in NXT, his promos were awesome.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And for that fact, AOP as well. Like AOP's kind of stale. Like, and I didn't expect that from them. They were usually just add water, and you got a great match going on AOP. You know,
it's the book. I feel like it's the booking right now. They should be with Judgment Day where they are right now. This should be the time for the Final Testament to really start, putting people down. But who knows what's going to happen? I mean, you still got Bronson Reed running amok now, so hopefully something different happens soon, because I was happy to see AOP back, because they was like my favorite tag team when they had their first run. So, but it's the way they're booked is really making fans like not care.
Yeah, that's the worst place to be. I think they just need more platforms to display the lower card talent. Like, you need that Sunday Night Heat, up there. Some show where we display lower card talent.
I agree.
I mean, even though the situation with AOP, like, they just doing what they did before. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, you have these freak of nature guys, but like you said, no charisma. I don't even know if they speak a lick of English.
They do.
Just being honest.
They do. They do.
I'm just saying, because I haven't heard them talk, like really talk.
Right.
Exactly.
And you have Paul Ellering. You brought them back with him. He was that fire mouthpiece that kind of made their first run, and they're running NXT kind of like, okay, they dominate. But you pair Karrion Kross, who's struggling to find himself, and of course Scarlett, who hasn't wrestled a match since TNA. It's kind of like, what are you doing? You're just trying to throw something together. I get it. It's a fire powerhouse. Like, on paper, they can go head to head with any fraction, but it just don't have it. I mean,
it's something they've done before, right? They threw a New Day together. There's 3 outcasts pretty much, and eventually they took off. So
the thing is with New Day is they all had charisma before becoming a group. If you look at Xavier Woods, Austin Creed in TNA, he had that charisma. If you look at Kofi Kingston, the boom, 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 lost his Jamaican accent. That he was on top of his game. And Big E
with the 5,
he ran with the 5, and then he was also with CM Punk and AJ Lee. So it's like these were already stars in the making that had charisma. Like, when you have people like AOP, I'm not even going to talk about Karrion Kross, because I'm very disappointed in that. He is not the same person that I've seen in NXT. I mean, not NXT, in TNA.
Yeah, oh, yeah, too, yeah.
No, I didn't like his TNA run. And the reason why I didn't like his TNA run, because I think they was just doing it. Was just they took the Karrion Kross, Mr. X from TNA, and they turned him to something that was so just like a watered down.
Okay.
But AOP, you can have these guys like the Road Warriors, man. You can. Just put a Jimmy Hart Mouth of the South with them, they'll be fine.
Karrion Kross was pretty hot on the indies too.
Yeah.
So this should work, but it is definitely not working.
Yeah, and it's not even their fault.
But
because I'm like, because they could be WWE's version of the House of Black. Like, look how House of Black was operating before that train wreck over there, but it should be something similar to that, you know, reading from the Testament, this and that, darkness. It's like it's just, I don't know what it is with the creative writing back there, but it's just some things is like, it has the potential of working, but unfortunately it just hasn't. And I really want it to work.
They need Paul Heyman writing. Because you got to think about it. Look what he did with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar wasn't no talker. He had all the talent and everything. He wasn't no talker like that. He just started talking towards this final run that he had. So
give him the
Roman Reigns
right now. All right. Let's talk about the Judgment Day.
Oh God.
And Rhea and Dirty Dom and Liv. So we got to see an actual Judgment Day promo, right? And you know they all you know talk their stuff and everything like that. I thought Finn looked real strong. I mean, I'm not saying like a leader or anything, but he did look like that guy where it's like, okay, I can't wait for him versus Damian Priest, and he sold that match for me, put it that way. And I like seeing the group together, the new Judgment Day group together. But what do you think of them seeing them together? And then also we're getting this mixed match, tag team match out of this between Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley versus Liv and Dom. Keith, what you think?
I think it's great storytelling. They needed something to push Dom's heel persona past the go home heat. We just don't want you here heat that he was getting. Now he's a two-time in SOB, and he cheated. And they're timing it just right with Rhea and Priest turning face. Really elevates both of those roles extremely well, largely, almost entirely because of the storytelling and the timing of it. And that's something that Triple H has such a great grasp of that Vince just never seemed to.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, 100%. So there's history with.
I was going to say, prime example is Honky Tonk Man holding the Intercontinental Championship for however many years he did. Even they're my favorite. that was his belt for a long time. I was never real impressed with him. Then again, thinking back that far, I don't know. Vince was the main writer or CEO company then or not. I was a teenager then. Many decades ago.
Yep, he's always been the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you. As soon as he bought the company from his father, he been that guy. He's been control of everything.
And WWE was very formulaic for 20 years.
Now you can't. You don't even know what's going to happen around the corner nowadays.
Right, exactly. And to touch on this Judgment Day thing, man, like it's phenomenal. I mean, I get it. The reason behind it is stupid. The reason behind why Finn turned on Priest was stupid to me. You know, because you're going ahead and doing the same thing that Priest did. You're taking that role of a leader because who's gonna lead Dom? Who's gonna lead Carlito? Who's gonna lead sacrifice JD McDonough? Like, you know, you have to be that leader. So it's kind of like it's one of those things like how Randy Orton just didn't explain why he came to Raw type thing. Like it's a hole in the writing for me, but it came at a phenomenal time that they all just turned their backs on them too. Like the storytelling of it all is just like I can forget that. And to be honest with you, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead and finish.
Oh, and to be honest with you, I think it, is more of applause to the fact they're trying to make Dominique a Dom. I'm going to just say Dom because I keep saying Dominique like a female. But they make right. But they're trying to make but they call, they're trying to make Dom that, that respectable figure, like an actual wrestler, because he still has good talent in the ring. He's just a SOB. And Rhea giving him his flowers at that point in time, that was beautiful. Just everything how they handle that is beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to see 6 months to a year from now Edge getting reinserted in the storyline somehow. And when it's least expected.
I told you so.
Like shit hits the fan. Now you want to call me, huh? No, but to touch on what Jay was saying about Orton. There's no actual hole in that, because if you remember back in the King of the Ring where that whole controversial finish happened and his shoulders were really pinned, in that press conference, Triple H did say, like, I don't know how, but we got to run this back.
Well, I wasn't saying like a whole for the story, like why he's getting that rematch. Like, okay, you made this big deal about brands. SmackDown is SmackDown, Raw is Raw. You know what I'm saying? You didn't really give, and I was listening to Bubba Ray talk about this, and I'm like, it does make sense. Like, he did not give a reason. It would have been fine for him to just be like, well, Hunter know I'm here. It's okay. The brand situation is still a brand situation. I'm just coming to get what's owed to me.
They kind of, I don't know if I think they kind of did, because they always say that, Nick Aldis and Pierce are always making deals. They're always discussing swapping talents here and there every now and then. So it's like, you still have that brand split, but now it's not, and, exclusive, like, oh, what you doing here? You're not supposed to be here, or, you stay on your turf. If there's a deal in place that, oh, you want to use my guy? I give you, you give me your guy, I give you my guy type of deal. So there's going to be a lot of cross.
See, they never talk about the other side of the trade, though. It's always like to be named later, and then they think we forget, but we don't forget, and they never answer our stuff.
Right, and that's more of the lines I was talking about, because like a diehard like me, I watch every week. I might not watch on the exact day, but I watch every week and every show. So it's like I know what's going on, but for a casual person, say like, I don't know, like my wife, she gets into it and she start watching it, and she's gonna be like, okay, well, I thought this guy was on SmackDown. I understand this was this, but that was an inter brand match at King of the Ring. So
yeah, because I'm like, what's SmackDown getting for Orton? Like, what? Like, are they? I'm holding out hope that it's probably gonna be Jay and Sammy. That's gonna be that. Orton's over here for a little bit. I'm gonna send them over there for the bloodline purposes. So we might not get it right away, but I think that trade is Jay and Sammy. Definitely Jay.
I think you spot on. But I did hear rumors that Netflix.
Oh Lord, he about to say it. Oh yeah. Netflix, they want Roman. They definitely want Roman.
So does USA.
So it's gonna.
So kind of.
Yeah. So does USA.
That's why SmackDown moving to USA, because they want Roman.
Yeah. But I think the offset for that was like Cody. That's why Cody is definitely on SmackDown, because USA they want that type guy. I mean, that top guy, just like USA wanted. I'm not USA. Fox wanted Ronda Rousey. As soon as she left, look what happened to the deal.
Yeah, but if you remember, Roman Reigns removed himself from the draft, so he can still pull up to Raw whenever he wants. So you can still get Roman on Netflix and Fox.
Yeah.
Well, he put himself on the drop, but he wasn't technically a free agent.
Right, but he's a free agent as far as brands. It just right now he got so much business to take care of on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know,
like he didn't get drafted, right?
No,
right.
he didn't.
Paul Heyman say I removed him from the draft.
I remember
The
that. now.
Bloodline got drafted.
Not
I
him.
remember that now.
Jay and Solo got drafted with Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Right. I remember that now. All right.
Yeah.
Boom. That was
And
the
then he left SmackDown and Cody pulled some strings and he pulled up on Raw. So yeah. So
Yeah.
that's it.
that could be one of those Paul Heyman, like, you know, dealings later on, bringing Roman to Raw on Netflix a few times. You know, he might be on a recruiting mission for Jay. Who knows?
Well, when we get to Bloodline, I'm gonna talk about all that.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're gonna do next. Let's get to Bloodline information and talk in general. But
Let's do it.
first, let's take a quick break and y'all stick with us.
From BSnBEER Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Kevin Clark apparently is a very touchy situation. You have to be very careful how you talk about Kevin Clark. You might rub some feathers the wrong way.
Yeah, don't pull them out.
I'm the opposite of you. I did not like her in college. I'm not a big fan of the hit the three and turn around and yell at the crowd thing. I'm more of the old school hit the three and run down the court like you've been there before.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I'm 48. I grew up in a time where I don't think I ever saw Robert Parrish smile during the ballgame. They won a championship one time. I never saw Robert Parrish smile.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
We are back. Best in the world. Hashtag BITW. Let's talk about the Bloodline, the OTC, and that's not over the counter. That is original price. All right.
I'm going to give me one of them shirts.
I bought this shirt. Okay. It's going to come here later this month, and I can't wait to wear it. Okay.
I'm getting it ASAP because my birthday is on the same day as Bad Blood. I want to have that shirt on when we do that watch along.
Right, because my birthday was Saturday and I already put the order in, so I'm waiting for it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it.
Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna order it when I get off this live.
I want to say it's coming on the 29th. That's what they say. And look, they should already have this stuff ready. They know we're gonna order this. Come on.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. They did this on purpose. They had a limited supply.
Future reference, if you ever want to know a key to a storyline, if somebody's still signed with the company or if they coming back, when they coming back, just go on WWE shop. Search their name.
Oh goodness. Yep. All right. But so Roman Reigns returns. We see him in the ring dealing with Solo and everything like that, but he did not touch Jacob Fatu. We saw Jacob Fatu get injured, right? According to rumors, they say it's real. The rumors say it's real, but I'm reading that the real reason why Jacob Fatu is not on TV is because Roman Reigns is on TV. They want to keep them separate because they want Jacob Fatu to still be a big star. They don't want Roman Reigns to overshadow him.
Right.
What do you think about this? What part of this is foolishness? What's real? What you think, Trell?
Well, you and I saw it in real time, and we all thought that this man destroyed his leg. But I replayed it, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, ain't no way he did. But then I'm like, well, it is the shin bone, so all it takes is like one little crack or something. And then I kept hearing, just like you, I kept reading that this is a ploy to keep him away from Roman, because right now Jacob's thing is no selling. So right now you're gonna let Roman Reigns whoop everybody's ass. So when the moment him and Jacob lock up, and the first time Jacob no sells one of Roman Reigns' moves, that's gonna set the world on fire.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
That
So
spear.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. If he hits him with that spear or that Superman punch, and he gets up and it's like, oh damn, Roman's gonna be like, oh, I'm in trouble. So it's a good move. Go ahead.
Did you say that? I don't mean cut this. You saying that? I'm gonna say this thought real quick, and I'm gonna let you finish. Roman gonna hit him with the spear 3 times, but 2 times. And then after that second time, when he go for it that third time, Jacob gonna lay him down. He might lay him down for the 3 count too. So be looking for that.
Yeah. I'm expecting Roman to have his flesh right now, but I'm expecting once Jacob Fatu comes back, that bloodline needs to put a hurting on Roman Reigns. To make this believable, he needs to get beat down, because right now it's just Roman versus one versus. We're going back to the whole one versus all right now.
Yeah.
So when Jimmy gets back, they're gonna try and then they're gonna fail. So I'm holding out this theory that Jacob Fatu is a double agent. It's a long shot, but knowing this bloodline, I've learned from the day that Tom Malonga debuted, I learned I cannot predict this bloodline story. Okay. When I try to predict it, Triple H is like, hold on, player, let me show you what we actually gonna do. So we might not believe that Jacob's a double agent, but we can't rule out the possibility that he's not.
Keith, do you agree with holding him off?
Yeah. Man, I'm thinking more kind of longer term, big picture with the whole bloodline storyline. Think back to a year ago when Paul Heyman said, we're in about the middle of 3rd inning.
Right.
How much did he know then as what future plans were? And in the past year with Triple H taking over, how much of those plans changed? Yeah. If we're in, let's say, bottom of the 4th, middle of 5th now, what do they do to equate it to Chicago Cubs winning the World Series for the first time in over 100 years in extra innings in Game 7 while the world's watching? What's the end game for this bloodline storyline? Will any of us be alive to see it wrap up? I don't know.
Right. You're right with that.
I believe the end game, if there is one, or at least a chapter of the end game of the next chapter, it has to be Roman Reigns and Rock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think Rock is secretly the tribal chief of that bloodline, because he's the high chief, grandson of Peter Maravilla. So it's like he believes he's the hierarchy. So I think he's gonna reveal himself in some type of Thanos way and be like, I'm that guy. So Roman's gonna take on that, and this is why I said we might get the Usos against the Tongans, or if Jacob's the double agent, get one of them and Jacob against, if they bring in somebody else to join with the new bloodline. So it's so many, because when they was at WrestleMania in Hollywood, even Jay himself said there's multiple chapters to this bloodline that we don't know about. So it's like, will we see Zilla? Will we see the Tongan's other brother? Will they pull a big swerve and get somebody else from the family that we didn't expect? So it's it's hard to tell. I chose not to predict, but I still believe that come WrestleMania, that end game is Rock and Roman. Maybe night 2, maybe night 1. Who knows?
This
Night 2 for
WrestleMania
sure.
or 3 years from now?
This WrestleMania.
Okay.
I'm hoping in Vegas next year. I'm really hoping it's in Vegas, but it could be 2026. Who knows? But I'll hang
It
my
depends on
hat
the Rock schedule.
That too.
Don't be surprised, too, if it turns out that Paul Heyman ends up being the 15-year double agent and ultimately ends up letting his alliances lie with Brock Lesnar.
I mean, for all we know, Brock Lesnar could be the ultimate, savior to Roman Reigns. For all we know, it could be Roman and Brock versus the Bloodline because of Heyman. So there's so many twists and turns. There's so many twists and turns, man.
I'm gonna bring it back to the press conference of this year's past WrestleMania. When Rock brought up the family tree, and the reason why I'm disagreeing with you with the Brock Lesnar situation is because of that. If it's family business, it's gonna stay within the family.
Business. Yeah.
So with that being said, I agree with y'all on The Rock is the high chief of that particular of Solo's bloodline. I agree with that 100% because you got to think about it. It can only end with the greatest a no-high Fontu family member coming out of WWE, which is The Rock, and the top dog in the game now, Roman Reigns. So the only difference I have with y'all is Jacob could possibly be a double agent, but we're gonna get the Usos back eventually. If not this upcoming year, next year. But in a perfect world, it's Usos this year, Roman this year, Jacob coming over from Solo, and what is his name? Hulico? He just signed a deal with WWE.
Yeah.
I think that's the Tongan's other brother.
Yeah, that's the third one.
So he's definitely signed with WWE now. So I can see him joining up with his brothers.
Zilla,
haven't had any talks with her. I don't think they're really impressed with Zilla yet. That'd be fire. If they bring Zilla up from Ring of Honor, that can be that match with him and
side.
Yes. Him and Jacob, they were tag team partners on the Indies. So that is a perfect way to bring the overall storyline of everything together.
Yeah.
So you have Roman, the Usos, Zilla versus The Rock. Well, Rock might not wrestle till WrestleMania, but Solo, the Tongans. Well, I'm gonna say the Tongans with all three of the brothers. And Jacob.
See, I thought the big reveal with The Rock being the guy that is controlling everything would have been at Survivor Series. Where you got
that'd be too soon.
Bloodline versus Bloodline.
Yeah.
It'd be too soon. I think they got enough history. So. They got enough history where they can pull this off.
I got to duck out.
Okay.
I got to duck out, but send me the link to the finished product once you get it edited together. I want to see it.
Got you, man. Appreciate you, Keith.
All right, man. You take care, Keith.
Thanks for inviting me, guys.
You have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, they got enough. Like I was saying, they got enough. That's enough story where they can literally start at the beginning of the year from January all the way to Mania, or they can start within 2 months of each other. Those two have enough story or enough history where they can start a promo within a month and a half to 2 months of each other, because the seed's been planted a long time ago, so it's not like they need much. To Dale's point of the grits, you just add a little water to it and it's already there.
Right.
So with them, they can hold off on the reveal way into later on the year. Maybe this year's Survivor Series, like you said, or I would think Survivor Series, Bloodline versus Bloodline. That's where Solo's crew should get that win. because of The Rock.
Right.
You know, so yeah, they can hold it out towards the end of the year or kick it off at the Royal Rumble.
And like, let's not forget what The Rock said also. The final boss was his favorite character he ever played.
Yeah.
He got to be so ruthless. He got to just do whatever he wanted to do. So, you know, there's no hands down that he is the head guy behind all this.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna be real with you.
Behind the scenes at TKO.
Thank you. And I'm gonna also be real with you. Don't be surprised if you see Rikishi and a couple of other old school family members.
Well,
I'm still waiting on that.
I asked that a while back ago because I was saying, hey, this other bloodline needs their own wise man, and why not bring in Rikishi to be the wise man? You know. So,
I'm still waiting on that. When we're gonna get the family involved? When we gonna see you know, Tamina making an appearance? She ain't got to wrestle. She's retired now, but you know, have her ringside, have her backstage. When is you know, Nia Jax gonna, you know, make her presence in the story? Naomi, like, there's so many pieces, but I'm trying not to be impatient because I know this Samoan thing is a big ass book.
Yes.
So little by little, eventually, everyone's gonna have a page in this story.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about the WWE is high on the Tongan sisters.
Oh,
the twins. They're talking about signing the twins.
There you go.
They had more.
Yeah, man, Dale, you have no idea.
Right, you have no idea. This bloodline is freaking huge.
It's so bad that sometimes they confuse themselves. Okay, are they our cousins or are they our third cousins? Or they're our first? Even they get confused sometimes. There's so many.
That's my uncle. That's my uncle. What the hell?
It's like when I found out
NXT Samoa over here. Then
when I found out that Roman Reigns is actually the Usos' uncle, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on.
I was like, damn, cousins. I thought y'all was cousins. Uncle. That's The Rock's cousin, but they're uncle. Like, that shit crazy.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing, man. I gave up trying to figure out what's next in that story. I'm just sitting back enjoying what's happening and being patient.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I love fantasy booking it. Like Dale could tell you. I don't know if you watched past installments of the show, but just about everything I say about this bloodline has like came to fruition. And like I said, I don't know if Triple H is watching this, but I want my cut.
Oh man, there's so many paychecks. There's so many paychecks I'm owed to, man. You're not alone in this.
Right.
I'm owed so many. I'm owed so many. Yeah.
And it happened like, if not exactly, it was like a fragment of off of what I said.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for them to put this on put wrestling on what's that called? Sports betting sites.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for them to do that. On DraftKings and shit, boy. I'm gonna make some money.
Yep. So let's touch on NXT real quick, man. We saw Obafemi kind of show up on Raw to sort of make a open challenge, and Otis accepted and showed up on NXT, and of course he lost to Obafemi. Obafemi is impressive. I said that from his debut, the way they handling him, everything like that. What have you seen, Terrell? Obafemi.
I'm loving Obafemi. I'm liking how they're booking him. He's like that dominant, and he has he's grasping the concept of this very, very quickly. So when he debuted and he went to that tournament that they usually go through with the new guys, I was like, okay, I see something, but I didn't know he's gonna be champion that quick.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about y'all, but I've been waiting on this for at least a good 4 or 5 years, and now that Obafemi is the champion, I'm waiting to see Moose answer one of his open challenges.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
they're going back and forth on Twitter and stuff like that. I'm like, when is this going down?
Right. That's what I see happening eventually as well.
But I'm loving his run. I can't wait to see him on the main. When he gets on the main roster, it's gonna be a smooth transition from Shawn Michaels to Triple H. It's gonna be another African American athlete, or not African. I think he's like what, Nigerian, but
yeah.
Another one of our color coming in like just dominant. So like I'm happy to see what his future going to entail because he's gonna be good. His promos will get better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm high on him too. Ever since they like showed that promo of him in the men's breakout tournament, like him throwing the disc and he threw a sofa. I know I could barely pick up a whole sofa by myself, and he just picked it up and slung it like it was a penny or something, like a football. I was like, man, this dude is gonna be nice. Then when I finally seen him in the ring, I was like, man, he's winning this. He's gonna be phenomenal. Like, who can you book with him? Like, you can't even book a almost with him because he's so athletic as well.
Right.
You can book him with a Bronson Reed, that's for sure.
You can book him with a Bronson Reed. You can book him with a Brock Lesnar. That's who I really want to see. You can book him with a Otis. You can book him like with any of these big guys. Hell, I would like to see Obafemi and the big LG go at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be a hell of a match.
And then him and Gunther,
him and Gunther. Ooh.
He could be the guy that beats Gunther. We don't know. So it's like, who knows how long Gunther. He got Ilya Dragunov. So it's exciting to see like how this roster is looking.
It's turning out.
In a few years, if everyone stays healthy. So the future is bright for that company.
Ooh, and let's not forget about Big Trick Willie.
Yeah. They're going on tour. I'm hoping they hit some more cities. I know they announced Chicago and St. Louis to kick off the move to CW. But look, I would love if they would, piggyback off what WWE's doing and just follow them or whatever. Look, I'm good. Let's do it.
I think they are.
It makes sense because it's not like that developmental brand anymore.
It is, but it isn't.
I mean, it's his own identity now. Like, ever since the Black and Gold era, like towards the end of the Black and Gold era, NXT has developed into its own brand. Like, you can really put up like back. I don't know if y'all remember, but remember when Survivor Series came around? It was NXT versus SmackDown versus Raw. That's when they developed their own identity, and I was kind of hoping for more of that. But with them going on the road now and getting more stars that's developed and getting more stars that they're creating in-house, I see them competing with Raw and SmackDown. Hell.
And they're going back to bringing in free agents from indie wrestlers, too, from New Japan, from Mexico, from Stardom. They're going back to that route on top of building their stars. So it's like it is developmental, but at the same time, they're going back to being that third brand where everybody wants to, pull up and test their mettle before going to that main roster. So it's like a little bit of the old Black and Gold and got rid of that 2.0 crap because I was not feeling that 2.0. I mean, we got Braun out of it. We got Braun Breaker out of it, but
and Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah. So,
all right, we saw Wesley turn his back on his brothers, the Rascals.
Oh man, that broke my heart.
Absolutely broke my heart. Absolutely broke my heart. This is coming after Mariah May broke my heart with Tony.
But she looked good doing it though.
Yeah, she did.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dale. That whole Rascals breakup, I had it right, but I thought it was gonna be the other way around.
Okay. Right. Me too.
I thought Trey Miguel and Renz were gonna jump him. I didn't think about him turning on them. And again, play up to the long time story booking with DX, it's like it was Zachary Wentz's fault that Wesley had to go solo.
Yeah, it was.
Because that stupid photo, got him fired. It put Wesley's job in jeopardy because it could have easily been like, nah, you're just a taxi person. And then he could have been part of the layoff list later on down the road. So he put himself in the bind. So I love how all these years later, we got this reunion. It's like, nah, hold up, dog. You left me by myself. And here, this is who I am now. So it's like, that's the only thing he needed was a heel turn because he's done everything else. He's like the greatest North American champion in NXT history. So it's like,
it's true. He has not done the heel turn. So yes.
So
and I think he's going to be a phenomenal heel.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then I predict him being called up next year.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna say something about that. Like with this new deal with CW and US SmackDown going to USA and Raw going to Netflix, I honestly think that we're gonna have another draft and another set of call-ups. It only makes sense because you got a lot of people shuffling in and shuffling out towards the end of their contracts, and these brands definitely want stars.
Right.
You know what?
And then
what
CW also.
I think what they might do is they just like they did with Braun and Carmelo, just start having them showing up in places, get them on TV, get them settled, and then when the draft happens, do you put them somewhere else, or you drop them here, you drop them there, you drop more people from NXT. So I think you probably might start seeing them pull up before the end of the year is up with all these, with NXT going to the TW and then Raw kicking off January and Netflix. You might start seeing people pull up even without a draft. That just get a normal call up before the draft happens, which probably be after Mania again. So,
yeah. Unless we go back to that era where we had two drafts, 6 months apart from each other.
like the shakeup, the superstar shakeup.
Yeah.
I mean, and then again, the general managers, they be willing and dealing. So Ava might be on the phone with Adam Pearce, and she might be on the phone with Nick Aldis and like, hey, you want some of my people? Have them pull up and sign a contract. They don't even need a draft.
Oh, and that leaves, that definitely could happen because I forgot when we were talking about going to different brands, we forgot Husky, well, not Husky Harris, but Husky the Pig. Damn, I forgot his real name.
Oh, you talking about Dexter Loomis?
No, not Dexter Loomis. Dexter Loomis is the brother.
Joe Gacy.
Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy was an NXT exclusive superstar. He didn't get called up.
Right.
So, and then he had a match on NXT about a month prior to his debut on Raw.
Yeah.
So, they definitely could do it.
Yeah. Ava, don't sell Ava short. I mean, she has been a few times at NXT or one of these pay-per-views where she's backstage with both of the general managers. So they can easily say, oh, we made another deal and here we go.
And honestly, I like that aspect of it. I like the aspect of them sitting down, making deals, and this person come over here, whether it's for a short period of time. Like I think Ashante the Donis, whatever the hell it is, and I forgot my boy name. Cruiserweight. Cedric Alexander. They're SmackDown exclusive. So are the Good Brothers.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, I'm excited. Let's not even mention TNA. That
I don't even know how long that deal is gonna last. I don't even know how long that deal is gonna last, but I'm hoping it's for a while because the role they're on with Joe Hendry and keep your. I don't know if you guys know this, but remember in TNA how Josh Alexander and Ethan Page were kind of like a team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
They were a nice tag team.
exactly. And now Joe Hendry's in NXT trying to go after Ethan Page, and Joe Hendry also has a problem with Josh Alexander. So who's to say that Joe Hendry wins this triple threat, goes to No Mercy, and then we see the Walking Weapon walk in to NXT territory and cause Joe Hendry the match? So I think we're going to see Josh Alexander on NXT TV real soon.
See, I was thinking
think so too.
we would see Joe Hendry double champ. TNA champ and NXT champ. That's what I will see it happening.
I mean, he has that buzz the way you can do that, but I don't think like for like, especially with them about to go on tour, like I don't think that'd be best for business.
I think it's possible because the fact that TNA, they go on tour, but they're not every week go on tour. They do their tapings like, you know, twice a week. So
twice a month, something like that.
Yeah. So
they're taping a bunch of shows too.
And WWE is high on Joe Hendry, so it's like he can actually. I'm with Dale. I can actually see him being the only one that can pull it off, being a champion in two different companies, because he'll be in TNA. He's still signed to TNA, but he got this deal where he's at the PC all the time. Yeah, NXT is down there in Florida. Easy, TNA's like what, up the highway from Impact. So
TNA's schedule is easy. It just is like a couple of times
you can easily blend that in with NXT.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So, I mean, a partnership has been there for years. They just never broke the fourth wall.
I think that would be good for TNA to have that.
Yeah, they will. Yeah,
on NXT television.
They're gonna put more money in TNA's pocket more than WWE.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, don't get it twisted. This deal is already good for TNA because a lot of people didn't know Jordan Grace. A lot of people did not know the Rascals. You know, a lot of people didn't know these teams like Joe Hendry. Like a lot of people didn't know them. So you bring in WWE fans over to TNA. You bring in some hardcore TNA fans that were against WWE from the old days into WWE now. So it's perfect. Like you have these connections, you might as well keep it.
Yep. Yeah, and if you look back, the Slammiversary pay-per-view, that's the first time they sold out a pay-per-view in years.
Yep.
Right.
Because of their connection with WWE. Which is why I'm like, I don't know why AEW failed this. Yeah. I don't know why Tony Khan failed at exploiting that, because AEW and TNA, they definitely could have benefited from each other, but they pretty much, Tony Khan did TNA dirty, so they looked over to WWE and Triple H was like, don't even worry about it. We're going to put you guys over. We're going to put your main star over while legally tampering with Joe Hendry. We ain't stupid. They're legally tampering right now. So when that multi-year deal with TNA is up, they can either buy him out or they can be like, are you done? All right, we already know who you are. Just walk all over.
That's a brilliant idea. I want to become their feeder company. You know what I mean? That because people gonna want to come to me, so I can feed them to them. Like it's all good for them.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, TNA has been that company to where all of WWE guys and girls go there and have beautiful careers.
Yeah, it's last chance you. That's what it is.
And now they got this deal. They can just trade like, okay, they got, Charlie Dempsey over there. They had Gallus pull up over there. So it's like they're already making these even trades. And it's like, hell, Paxton was over there. Izzy Dane was over there. It's only a matter of time. More people are going to show up to TNA and vice versa. So I'm hoping whatever deal they got, it ain't temporary. It's going to last, a while.
I mean, they just started the, and I mentioned this on the show before when it first happened. Back when they was doing the anniversary of Slammiversary or whatever, and AJ Styles and all of them showed up and was talking about, their experience and stuff like that. So if you're legally selling AJ Styles memorabilia and videos and stuff like that, that's a deal that's gonna last forever.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see that. I don't see that breaking. I don't see that going south at all because it's a win-win.
Yep.
WWE get new talent, interchange new talent. TNA gets the spotlight put on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they get a space for their young talent to go work because they need more dates to work. You know?
Yep, and train.
More exposure.
Yes.
More exposure.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Exactly.
And not just that. Think about the possibilities of the Royal Rumble now.
Yes.
Oh, exactly.
It's gonna be lit, bro.
Yes. I'm still waiting for Moose. I don't know how many times I gotta say. I'm still waiting for Moose to show up, man.
Yep. Exactly. That's gonna be lit, bro.
I'm so far gone on this. I'm gonna do you one better. Stand and Deliver. It's the WrestleMania for NXT, right?
Yep.
Right. Yep.
We have the Lucha Bros coming in. We have the Hardys back together on TNA. We have Gallus. We have who's that other team? Frazier and Axiom.
Hold on, I think I know what you're getting at. I think I know what you're getting at.
you got the makings of WrestleMania 2000 TLC match.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe like if this was 4 years ago, I agree, but I do not want to see the Hardy Boys in another ladder match.
I do.
I'm sorry.
I do. I'm
over it.
Hardy Boys are always close to my heart, bro. Because
nice too, but sometimes you just gotta know when to stop.
But hear me out though. Not the Hardy Boys. I might have said the Hardy Boys, but everybody know them as the Hardy Boys. They don't know them as the Broken Family.
Yeah.
You bring Brother Nero.
Yeah.
You bring Brother Nero and Broken Matt Hardy in there instead of Jeff and Matt.
Okay.
Because those characters got to see the light of day. Like I said, they're in TNA. They got to see the light of day one more time before they hang it up.
Yeah.
Well, they've been using the Broken Matt Hardy. They hadn't really done Brother Nero so much. Just been Jeff Hardy.
Well, they use Woken Matt Hardy, not Broken Matt Hardy.
No,
that's two different.
WWE.
That's two different beings.
That was WWE.
Yeah, Broken's the heel. Broken is the heel Matt Hardy, right?
Yeah.
Broken's the heel Matt Hardy.
But that's TNA property, and that's why WWE couldn't use it.
I mean, they kind of could if it's NXT based, you know.
Yeah, if it's NXT based.
Like he's saying, you know, do that little, you know, bring them over because Matt Hardy did alluded that he would love to, you know, perform at NXT. So that could be the loophole right there because the whole Hardy brand is all Matt Hardy actually.
Right.
Yep.
So you can bring Brother Nero, bring the Broken. I can see it. You can throw the Rascals in there. You know, you can.
Yeah,
you know,
hell yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
like, make it like an 8-man tag team TLC turmoil match.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, just make it interesting because there's so many things you could do with this. TNA has phenomenal. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh yeah. That's another one about to sign. They actually did sign with WWE, right?
Like, this is about to be, they did. The contract is done, sealed.
I can see them battling DIY. I can see Motor Machine Guns going at it with DIY. And you know what, though? I do you one better, Jake. Like, all those names, it doesn't even have to be at TakeOver. It could be on TNA's turf.
Yeah, it definitely could. X Division.
You know,
X Division.
You know, Bound for Glory is coming up soon.
Oh. I gotta go. I sounded like them just now, so I gotta say it. Oh,
WrestleMania. Bound for Glory. You know what I'm saying? So that's their thing. That's their like SummerSlam, WrestleMania type of big event. So
the reason why I say stand and deliver because you know, like we were talking about, TNA don't have those eyes like that. You know, they're getting it, but they don't have those eyes like that. But you put it on a stage where WrestleMania weekend, right before WrestleMania, night one. Oh man!
If you do long-term booking right on NXT, I guarantee you have those eyes on Bound for Glory.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't see nothing wrong with having that Bound for Glory because it's Slammiversary was beautiful too. Like,
and it would have been more if it wasn't for the travel issue. So imagine what the original plans for Slammiversary could have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it could be on the TNA turf, or it could be part one could be on WWE's turf, and part two run it back on TNA's turf, or vice versa. It's possible. Because
you got to also think about it. We're due for a real invasion type of storyline. We haven't had one in years.
Sure.
So you got these. Ethan Page is already talking about it.
Yeah.
We don't want these guys coming in from different companies, which he ain't got no damn right to talk. But you got these guys coming in from different companies. We need to make sure we hold our own. There you go. You can't do Survivor Series, but you can do.
He can. War Games.
Well, not Survivor Series because that's main roster. Survivor Series is main roster exclusive now.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying they could use the Survivor Series match because they switched to War Games.
Yeah.
So, it's Survivor Series War Games. So I mean,
I see what you're saying. But because they do have takeovers for November, so who's they might have a little something. Or maybe we might see something bleed over to the main roster. Who knows?
Ooh, I'm tweaking for that. They got so many matches. I want to see Dolph Ziggler. Well, Nick Naimi, or whatever his name is. I want to see him come back and just come back with a vengeance. Start super kicking everybody.
Yeah. He can pull up to NXT and take out their champion, whoever that is at the time. I mean, you never know, man. It's just this deal is opened up so many possibilities outside of the Bloodline storyline, the Judgment Day storyline. You still got NXT, TNA. What they gonna do next?
Right. Hell, I'm looking for NXT got to get the women's championship back. They need their own. They need to be their own brand. Let Raw and SmackDown have the women's championship, and NXT have their own women's tag team championship. So that way they can go with the knockouts.
Yeah.
Have a knockouts tag team, man. I would love to see that, man.
Yep.
They still could.
Yeah.
I was talking about a champion match.
That's what I'm saying. The tag team champions do go to NXT to defend their titles there too. So they can, if they want to go that route, they can, send the champs to NXT or have them answer the call against TNA's knockouts.
You made me think about something. You're right. It is possible. You made me think about something. That's why they took the damn titles off them girls, probably. That's why they took the titles of Bianca and Jade. Because Elba Fire and Aladon, they don't need them. They don't need them as much as they need Jade and Bianca star appeal on SmackDown. So you have Elba Fire and Aladon versus the knockout champions. Oh, there you go. Clash of Champions.
When is that?
NXT Clash of Champions. Perfect.
Yeah.
But isn't that a main roster pay-per-view? The Clash of that's Night of Champions.
Like
Never mind. My bad. That's Night of Champions. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah. They had
I think Clash of the Champions was WCW or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, possibilities, man. That's why I'm loving this Triple H era, man. That's so many. It's not predictable booking anymore. It's like we getting our creative process is going, and it's like all over the place.
That's exactly it, man. That's exactly it. So
I love the cerebral era. I love it.
Yeah, I do too. It's the DX era if you count NXT. It's crazy, right? Those two guys, the stuff they pulled back in our day when we were kids, and now look at them. They're
running the show.
They're pretty much running the ship.
Yeah,
that's the irony.
Exactly. So, all right, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Trell, appreciate you joining us. Thanks again to my guy Keith, who had to leave early. Jay, always good talking to you, bro. So we will see you guys again. And Kenny Omega, please take us home.
Must bid you two goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.